Hey guys, it's me, Faye here at Faye Dusk, and I am back with another video on my Witchy Wednesday thing. And this video, this is also one of my Back to Basics series thing as well video. In this video, I'm going to be talking about 13 goals of a witch. So if you see me looking down, that's because I have notes. And I am just checking that I am not missing anything. So 13 goals of a witch. I'm just going to quickly run over what 13 goals are and then talk a little bit more in depth about each one after. Right, so 13 goals of a witch are 1. Know yourself. 2. Know your craft. 3. Learn. 4. Apply knowledge with wisdom. 5. Achieve balance. 6. Keep your words in good order. 7. Keep your thoughts in good order. 8. Celebrate life. 9. Attune with the cycles of earth. 10. Breathe and eat correctly. 11. Exercise the body. 12. Meditate. And 13. Honor the goddess and the god. So a lot of witches and Wiccans will talk about the 13 goals of a witch, or sometimes they call them the 13 principles, and that in a nutshell is what they are. So I've broken them down a little bit for you, so I'll just sort of very briefly touch on them. I mean, there's loads and loads of books and internet resources and YouTube videos and things like that go into them in far more depth. And I'm sure if you type into Google, into YouTube, 13 goals of a witch, you'll find a lot more in-depth videos and things like that. But I just wanted this to be a little starter, a little taster of what it is. I didn't want to bog you down with loads of information. So number 1, know yourself, is about knowing basically know who you are, what you are, and accept yourself, accept your flaws, and accept your flaws and your strengths and your weaknesses, and obviously you can't progress any further in your path without taking the time to know yourself, know who you are, know what you like, what you don't like, and not to try and compare. Although it's hard, because I do it, I know, compare yourself to others and be down on yourself because you're not the same as what others are, if that makes sense. Like, a really quick example is that I get down on myself and compare myself to others all the time. I get really down on myself as well, because I think, like, YouTube wise, I think, like, is my channel any good? Is it, sometimes I think, should I just stop my channel? Like, it's not very good. Like, there's thousands of more popular Wiccan pagan YouTubers that are really cool, and my channel is like not that cool. But then I think, well, I enjoy it and I have some subscribers, so they must enjoy it. So I just have to take a step back and think, well, no, just stop where you're going and just, just if you enjoy it, then just carry on, sort of thing. Number 2, know your craft. So knowing your craft doesn't always mean the knowledge that you've gained from books or YouTube or other fellow pagans. It means what you've learned through your own sort of experiences, your sort of mistakes and misfortunes, and how they've helped you to shape and grow and things like that. And it's also listening to your intuition and your sort of inner feeling and your inner goddess, and sort of just, going with that. And 3, obviously learn. Now, of course, that's going to be on there. Like I've said a million times in my videos, is that you never stop learning when you come onto this path. Every day there's always something else you can learn. I mean, I've been a Wiccan for years and years and years, and still now there's still stuff that I don't know, still stuff that I can learn. And I think that it's important to realize that you're never going to know everything there is to know, and to be at peace with that, and to enjoy the fact that you can always still be learning even this far down the path. It is a pretty awesome thing. And so apply knowledge with wisdom. So it's important to note that knowledge and wisdom are 2 separate different things. I mean, for example, there are people that I've known, I'm sure that you've known, that are really intelligent but are not streetwise. So basically they lack common sense. So it's obviously one thing to know a lot, to read all these different books and to have been taught all this different stuff, but it's a completely different thing to be able to apply the knowledge that you've learned effectively. And 5, achieve balance. And in Wicca witchcraft, it also is very important to be able to be strong and balanced individual on all levels, so that's sort of physically, spiritually, mentally. And it is very hard. It's an ongoing thing for everybody to be able to balance your work life with your social life, with your spiritual self, to be able to be mindful of your health and of your diet and of your finances, and being able to align the everyday life with your spiritual witchy one. It takes a lot, and it's a balance that most people take a lot to achieve and may never achieve all of it. And also it's very important to realize, once you've found that balance, maintaining the balance is key. There's going to be things that pop up in your life that sort of throw your whole world like off kilter, and it's sort of about trying to get your balance back. So number 6, keep your words in good order. And this is about personal responsibility. A big thing in Wicca and witchcraft and paganism is that we are personally responsible for our own thoughts and actions and reactions. And so it's very important not to lie to yourself or to others. Obviously, nobody's perfect. Everybody will lie at one point or another in their lives, but it's important to consciously make that choice to have integrity. And number 7, keep your thoughts in good order. And that is a very similar thing to what I was just touching on. And that people don't realize that thoughts have power, and they are propelled by energy and momentum. And it is one of the basic things when you're looking at ritual and spell work, is your thought. And once you put your thought out into the universe, I mean, it's all about the law of attraction and obviously putting the work in as well, but your thought has power, whether that's negative or positive. So, and it's also important to note that any sort of negative thoughts you put out there, they could hamper what it is that you're trying to achieve. So it is important to look at that as well. And 8, celebrate life. And obviously Wicca is all about celebrating life and celebrating the earth and love and the divine and nature and being happy that we're alive. So it's, I mean, obviously in our everyday lives we can get so caught up with the world that sometimes we just forget to take a step back and just be like, wow, this is incredible, and I am so lucky to be alive, when there's millions of people around the world that are starving in pain, have lost hope, or are dying, or, you know, like, we're just really lucky to be here and be in this moment and be able to enjoy it. So I think that is a very, very, very important part of Wicca and goals and everything. Number 9, attune with the cycles of the earth. And so this comes into, again, a lot of, oh, my leg hurts, a lot of Wiccans and witches and pagans, they obviously, like I do, they follow the Sabbats and the moon and things like that, so following the sort of wheel of the year and the cycles of the earth. So following the harvests up to the sort of death of the year, and then sort of going back to rebirth, where everything sort of comes back alive, and just sort of being able to honor and appreciate the different cycles and seasons of the year, and, you know, sort of attuning yourself with it, attuning your body and your mind. And sort of a lot of us are disconnected with nature, and just sort of shut away from it. So it's very important to take the time to sort of reconnect yourself and feel that sort of energy beneath your feet and above you. Number 10, breathe and eat correctly and exercise your body, which these two sort of very much go hand in hand. And your body is a temple, which is a very, very common saying, and it's important to try and to make it try to sorry, a bit tired, to try and do your best to try and had a word and the yawn put me off, to try and achieve health and happiness, and to sort of meditate and eat foods that are nutritious for you and make you feel good, and exercise your body. I don't mean like running for 15 miles 5 days a week or going to the gym all the time. I mean, for some people that is their thing, and that's awesome that it is, but for a lot of people that's not their thing. I mean, maybe going out for a walk in nature is your thing, or going for a swim in the ocean, or climbing on a climbing frame, or skipping, or dancing, or so it's important to find the thing that makes you move your body and makes you feel good while you do it. So meditation obviously is a very important thing. It's good for your mind, body and soul, and it's also good to be able to be still and to be able to attune with the world around you. And meditation can be and is hard, and it takes time, and there's loads of different meditation resources. I personally really like guided meditations. You can find them on YouTube, you can find books on them, you can find CDs on them, you can find DVDs on them, you can find classes, everything. If you just type into Google meditations or guided meditations, and you can literally find everything to help you on your meditation journey. So finally, 13, honor the goddess and the god, and remember that they are present in you and of everybody, and that they're awesome is basically what we're going with. And celebrate them like in your rituals and your spells and your everyday sort of blessings, and giving thanks and being grateful, I suppose. And yeah, so I hope you enjoyed this video, and I would love to know how you incorporate the 13 goals of a witch in your everyday life. And yeah, so comment below, and I will see you very soon in my next video.